Let's see Suzuki-Kasami broadcast algorithm for parallel and distributed systems. Suzuki-Kasami algorithm works on a completely connected network of processes, that is, all processes should be connected to each other in a network. There's one token in the network. The owner of the token has the permission to enter the critical state. So, as it states that the token should be present in the network, so it is a token based algorithm. Token will move from one process to another based on the demand. It also follows the data structure of queue where the demand will be stored that which process demands the token first. This is the network where all the 5 processes are connected to each other in a network. Here we symbolize with a yellow as a token. So these are the 5 nodes which are connected, or 5 processes which are connected, and this yellow will symbolize the token which is held with any one of the processes. Now, Suzuki-Kazami algorithm follows these steps. If a site without a token needs to enter a critical state, it has to broadcast a request for the token message to all other sites, that is, in a network. If all 5 processes are connected to each other, and if a particular process needs to enter the critical state, then it has to broadcast the message to all the other processes. Token, queue of request sites, that is, we need to create a queue where the demand of all the tokens will be stored, which is an array, the sequence number of the most recent execution by the site J. Of that site J, it is storing the execution sequence. Token holder sends token to the requester if it is not inside the critical state. The process which is holding on to the token, if it has completed its critical state, that it is not inside the critical state, then it releases the token on demand and sends it to the existing process which is demanded to enter the critical state. Token holder can make multiple critical state accesses. A one process can enter multiple times into a critical state. The few design issues which comes with the Suzuki-Kasami algorithm, it is distinguishing the outdated request message. It can happen that one process had requested for the token, but it took a little longer for the current process to release it, so it may lead to a deadlock. Format request j of n, where jth site making the request to the nth process. That is the number of time it is making the request. This is the number at which it will be making the request for a particular token from the process or from the site it is holding on. Each site has the request, and request is the largest sequence number of requests from J. So J is the one which will be holding it, and then it will be making the request again and again. Determining which site has an outstanding token request, the number will be stored in the queue. If ln of j is equal to ln of ij minus 1, then Sj has the outstanding request. This is the last request queue where the request will be stored depending on the number of times the process makes the request. How the token is passed? After finishing with the critical state, ln of I is equal to Rn of I. This is in the request queue, the last request will be stored where it is demanding. Token consists of queue and the last request. Queue is a queue of requesting the sites. Token holder will check if the request is more, then it is placed in the queue and it sends the token to the site at the head of queue. We will see in the example how the tokens are placed and how on the request it enters the critical state and releases the token. Now here we have a node. So we have all 5 interconnected nodes. All have the site numbers or the node numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now 5 in the bracket suggests, or we write down the number of nodes or sites it is linked to. Here we have 5, so it has 5 interconnected nodes. So all of them should have this 5 interconnected nodes listed over here. Now after this we have an array which stores initially 0000, that is, at the recent no one has made a request, so initial array is 0. As the first node or the first site requests, so message is broadcast to each and every site that the first process has requested for a token to enter the critical state. So at present there's nothing in the queue. In the queue we add up the first process over here, and then we see that the token is held by the site 3, that is Rn3 is holding on to the token. So if it has entered the critical states and does not need the token anymore, this token will be released from the site 3 and will be given to the first site which has demanded for the token. Now in the queue, as process 1 or the site 1 was holding on to the token, two more requests have come. It has been broadcasted that the site 2 and site 3 are also requesting for the token to enter the critical state. The message will be broadcast. As you will see, the message is broadcast, so everywhere it is reflected that site 2 and site 3 have also requested for a token to enter the critical state. Into the queue, 2 comes first, so the token will be released and sent to 2. So it becomes now the root node over here, or it's the node which processes the token. And now in the queue we left with 3, so 3 is in demand as the site 2 or process 2 has entered the critical state and it needs to release its token. So it will be releasing the token and site 3 will be getting the token to enter into the critical state. This process will continue till there's no deadlock that happens. This is a broadcast based algorithm. So Suzuki-Kazami algorithm is a token broadcast based algorithm which helps to the processes to enter the critical state. Thank you.